G'day guys, Darius here, back with another episode. Today's episode is going to be about installing a dashcam and how to install a dashcam. Quite simple. The main reason why you would install a dashcam is in the case that you get into an accident, you can prove that you weren't at fault and or the details of the accident as such to provide to your insurance company, to provide to police about the event. Just as like a record of the accident. You can pick them up for relatively $100, quite cheap. Mine's quite simple. Mine's only just one camera, just 3 wires and an SD card. So let's get it done.
Okay, so the tools that you're going to need are wire strippers, preferably something like this so you can crimp, cut and strip wires. A roll of wire if you need to extend wiring, a terminal kit for like joining wires if you need to or crimping them, a test light to find power in your wires, to find your constant and your switched, a soldering iron for soldering your wires, a trim removal tool, or in this case a kit to remove trims from the car, obviously a dash cam. So in this case, you can bear with me, it's got a wire that needs accessory, so it will switch on when the car turns on, and a constant power, which is to the battery straight, and then your ground, if it wants to come out, and your ground wire there. So it's actually not that hard to do. It's just the hardest thing is probably trying to feed the wires through when trying to hide it all. So let's get it done. Okay, so I'm doing the Mrs. Corolla. For the switched power, for the accessory power, I'm going to try and run it behind the cigarette lighter here and see if I can get power behind that. For the constant, I'm either going to run it off the key barrel or go straight to the battery. I would usually just run it straight to the battery, but because I'm kind of low on wire, because I didn't think this through, partly, and I didn't run to go get new wire, I'm going to try and hook it up to the key barrel just to save a bit of wire. But yeah, you can hook it up to the battery if you need to. Okay, let's get it done. Okay, so I've pulled a lot of the trim apart just around the gear select and got behind my cigarette lighter. So now I've got access to my plug. So now I'm just going to grab my tester and I'm going to probe to see where we've got power from. It's probably not the best description, the best view, but this tester will light up if there's power, and we've got power on that wire there. Right, so I've got power to my grey wire here, so I'm going to chop in behind there or strip it and then wire up my wire there, so at least everything stays original. And yeah, it's factory pickup, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've tapped into the back of the 12-volt cigarette lighter here. I put it all back together because I had to drive the car last night. Quite simple, just splicing the wire. As an example, I'll use this. Splicing the wire, tapping the dash cam wire onto it, and soldering it really, and then just taping it back up, putting it all back together. Quite simple. Now I've got to try and find a constant 12-volt source. Now I would have gone to the key barrel, but it's too much to pull apart and I can't be bothered. Another suggestion would be, if it's easy to find a constant power off the back of your radio, that would be another suggestion. Because I'm not bothered to get the pin out and try to find the pin outs on the radio, I'm just going to run a straight wire to the battery. So yeah, alright, I'm going to try and do this. Let's go. Alright, so I've run a wire through the firewall. Just pushed it through, and now I've connected it up to my main here. So now I'm going to go to the engine bay and run my wire neatly along a loom on the cleanest path to run to the battery. the way I like to do these installs is just to make it not look like it's there at all. And yeah, that's probably the most tedious bit. Honestly, it's quite simple. Let's get it done. Okay, so I've run my wiring along this loom here, all stealth, very hidden, and it reaches this terminal here. Now to test the dash cam. Okay, so we're in the car. I'm just going to quickly turn the car on. I will mount it, but in a sec. No, it's probably not going to take a while.
Please have a safe drive today.
Okay, so there you go. It does power on. It's just it takes longer than I'd like, but I will mount it. But yeah, this one in particular, it will show an SD card somewhere on the back. Yep, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up. There you go, SD card. And I believe that this model can actually connect to Wi-Fi too. But yeah, it's a great little thing to have. I will mount it. It's a great thing to have in the case of an accident because, yeah, it will show you proof on whose fault it was and how the accident happened. And yeah, great to have. Easy to install. Just a bit of a pain to run wiring, but other than that, pretty easy to install.
I've actually forgot to mention that the dashcam that I actually installed, you can actually view through your phone through an app. But you can buy heaps of dashcams in the sense of they'll have both front and rear camera, and it's got G-force activation. Like if it does trigger for your hard braking or a bump or even the accident, it will just automatically save it to the SD card. Whole heaps of features. For the one that I bought, it was actually quite simple, but still a simple install. Very good investment to have in a car in general. But yeah, till the next one, guys. Peace.